Hi, everyone, and welcome. I'm Troy Lambert, president of Idaho Writers Guild. And today I'm here with Sophia, and I'm going to butcher her last name, so I'm going to let her say it for you. Hi, Sophia, and welcome.
Hello. And yes, my last name is DuJardot.
Oh, gosh, I knew I would pronounce that wrong. I knew I would mess that up. Anyway, Anyway, thanks everyone. Again, this is Sophia and welcome. Now you're going to come to the Idaho Writers Guild conference as a vendor. So tell us a little
Yes,
bit, first of all, about what you do, the couple different things that you do related to authors, and maybe some of the other stuff you do as well.
absolutely. So again, my name is Sophia. I am the owner of Bellevoix Studios, and I provide social media reels, voiceover work for authors for their finished pieces, and I also do commercial work. Yes, I do plan on attending the event, and I'm really excited to talk to the different authors, find out what you're currently doing for your social media, and see where I can help with that.
Well, thank you very much. And we talked about the fact that you also do audiobooks, things like
Yeah.
that. You kind of have a stable of narrators. So tell us a little bit about why authors should do audiobooks and why those matter to them.
Yeah, so audiobooks are one of the leading ways that people are taking in authors' work. So, we've had paperback books forever, we've had hardbound books, and then Kindle took off. But now the biggest trend is audiobooks. People are listening to audiobooks on their way into work, they're listening at the gym. They are consuming this content at an exorbitant rate that is really authors need to be paying attention to this. This is something that's very important. It's quick and easy for readers to ingest, listen to, and it's really a fantastic way to reach a new audience. And it's a great way to make sales. So,
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Audio is really, really hot right now. And it's something that readers are really engaged with, or rather listeners,
yeah.
however you want to put that. Tell us a little bit about your voiceovers for reels and why reels are important to authors in the social media realm.
Oh, this is a great question. So, this is actually I've got a couple of answers about this. So, first and foremost, utilizing social media, we have not had this type of platform. We haven't had the ability as authors to reach an audience until we're at the publisher and we're like, okay, we're ready to go. Now we're going to start marketing this. What we can do with social media reels is put these little clips like trailers, just like you would have for a movie about your book. And you want to start that about 6 months prior to the book being released. The sooner you can start, the better. Start building your audience. Let the audience get to know you as a person. Audiences love getting that look into who you are as an author. That helps to build that connection with you and that loyalty to you and the excitement for your book. So in creating these social media reels, you're essentially creating these trailers like you would see in a movie that allow people to say, oh, wow, wait, what's this author doing? What's happening? I would really love to learn more about this book. So you get those critical first few days of sales that are going to help with your algorithm on Amazon. So it's really important to start doing your social media and getting that out there and letting people get to know who you are as an author. So that's where the social media reels and creating the voiceover work, whether you're doing animation or you're going to do like little movie clips and having that voiceover to really bring your characters to life via social media.
Yeah, that is fantastic. I've seen a lot of them that have music and then subtitles and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that, but they don't always have that voiceover work that adds that extra element into the
Yeah.
social media videos as well.
Yeah.
So that's a really, really great point about those things. Now, how long do these reels, are they usually, and what do those kind of look like? What are some examples that you can think of?
Yeah. So right now, reels are, it used to be you had just a few seconds to grab someone's attention, but there's been a shift that's currently happening. And that's as of today. And the shift that we've been seeing is that people are fully watching these reels. They're watching, they're saying, nobody's going to tell me that I only have an attention span of 10 seconds. I'm going to watch this full reel, and they're watching for the full 60 seconds. And that's great for you because you can put more content in there and really drive home your point and get those cliffhangers and get those breadcrumbs, if you will, for building that excitement. So you've got a full 60 seconds in most forms of social media.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. And that is good to
Yeah.
hear about that trend. There's some trends changing in all over the publishing world that have happened in the last week and a half. So speaking of trends, let's talk about the difference between there's a lot of controversy about AI narration, actual
Mhm.
narration. Let's talk about the difference between those things, especially when it relates to readers and how much you can actually sell your audiobooks for.
Oh, that's fantastic. So, oh, this is actually, there's a lot to this. So let's start unpacking this. So I have seen and gone through and actually I've purchased software and gone in and done some reads with it, if you will. And you can choose like warm and inviting, and you can choose sad, and you can choose all these different features. But the fascinating thing is, and you need to keep this in mind, a human being within 3 seconds of hearing an audio clip can distinguish if it is a person or if it's AI. And they have found from many studies that when you are listening to a clip that is narrated by an AI, it doesn't light up the same parts of your brain as the part when you're hearing a human being. Your brain knows the difference and it can tell. In addition to that, not only like your reader is going to hear the difference, in addition to that, it your narrators bring a warmth to your story that you've put a year of your life into that an AI cannot do. We are bringing our heart and soul and bringing the story to life where we're able to read ahead and go, oh, that's a really sad scene. And we're able to change the direction with our voice and what we're doing where an AI can't see it. They just are going to read what's on your page, get it over and done with, slap it, and it's gone. The other piece to this is that a narrator is going to cross promote your book. So it's in the narrator's best interest to have your book on their website, to create social media reels about it, to get the word out and continuously market your book. When they go to conferences, when they are doing anything when they're on podcasts, they're going to be talking about your book, things that you have done. And so you bring that extra layer and extra element where you have an opportunity to be in front of other audiences that you may not have before. So there's a lot to the narration with AI that it's not just as simple as, oh, this is going to cost me $100 and this is going to cost me $1,000. It's a little bit more complex than that. And I do want to say most narrators are willing to work with people on their budget levels and the way that they are able to to work with authors, especially indie authors. We all know that budgets can be tight. So things like Royalty Share Plus are an excellent option if finances are an issue.
Yes, and that is a fantastic note because I've even talked to narrators that say, even if you're selling direct on your website, I'm still willing to work with you in some kind of a royalty share type thing. So that basically, because in that case, you both end up keeping more money if you're selling direct. So it's a really,
Yeah.
really great option. So that's a fantastic thing to bring to people's attention. So you're going to have a vendor booth at the conference. What's some of the things that you're going to have on hand there? And what are some of the things that you really want people to talk to you about?
Yeah. So some of the things that we're going to have, I'm probably going to be running a contest of some kind and doing some sort of authorship giveaway to help boost your social media reel. So that's absolutely going to be happening. I also know that I'll have links to demos and where you can listen in real time and actually hear and discuss your book with you. So if you have questions about something, please feel free to come over to my booth. I am more than happy to answer any questions you have about social media reels or just audiobooks in general. I know it can be a little bit confusing just navigating that landscape. Where to go? How do I start? And yeah, my big focus is going to be on not just the audiobook portion of like when you should start doing this and when do you need to start looking for your narrators? How do you find the right narrator? Because that's a big piece. I've heard the horror stories of I gave my book over and, 2 months later they gave me this book and I was like, this is terrible. And they don't market it and they don't do. So it's really looking for teaching people how to find the right narrator for their book and also that social media piece on how to start bringing that in to increase your sales, not only in your audiobooks, but those social media reels can help with your all forms, your Kindle, your paperback, hardbound. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that is actually another excellent point. So I highly recommend that everyone that comes to the conference checks out your booth, comes and talks to you, spends some time with you. We're also going to have a couple of unconference sessions where you guys can get to know our vendors, get to know people, and we can talk about the actual things that are happening in the industry surrounding social media, surrounding audiobooks. I mean, shoot, it might even change by the time we get to the conference at this point. As fast as the audiobook things are developing over the last few
Yeah.
days, there's been some huge upsets in the industry. So it's going to be really
Yeah.
interesting and really fun to talk about those things. Is there anything else you want to tell people about what you're going to do at the conference or anything else like that?
I'm really looking forward to meeting with everyone that's going to be there. And I hope that you stop by and talk to me. I do host one-on-one sessions with people. I don't charge anything for the initial session. So if you have those audiobook questions, I do have links that you can schedule time with me and we can dive into one-on-one what your specific questions are, how I can help you. And I'm just really looking forward to meeting everyone there and learning more about you as an author. So, yeah,
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate you taking the time to tell everybody about what's happening, and we can't wait to see you in April at the conference.
fantastic.
All right. Thanks, everyone.